Hello and welcome back for more Explore Tulsa. Stevie, why are you so happy?
This is one of my favorite times of the year, Trish. We're getting ready for spring. It's just a few days away, opening day at the ballpark, and it's time to dust off the old golf bag, get ready to hit the fairway.
First, you might want to stop in at Baker's Custom Golf and make sure that you're all set for the season.
Originally, I was an assistant at a Meadowbrook Country Club, and at the time, you know, golf clubs hadn't changed a whole lot, and there was more servicing needed than there was technology at that time. And so I went ahead and started a repair shop, and it just spawned from there. People gained confidence in what we were doing, and you know, throughout the years, there's been metal wood technology since the days of persimmon, when we used to refinish and do a lot of things. There's been a lot of doors that have closed, but some new ones have opened at the same time. Well, I think the first thing you have to do is evaluate, and you go through an interview and find out, you know, if they're just going to be recreational players, if they're wanting to take their game to the next level, you know, if they have any existing equipment, and we like to do actually, if they have golf clubs, to do a club evaluation with them to see kind of where they're at before we know where to take them. You know, they've made the clubs larger, thinner faces. We've not only gone that way, we've taken the spin rates that we had no way of monitoring with launch monitors and simulators, which we have now, so we can really test people and find out what their technique is and how they apply it and how we can apply that technology to their game. We can sit here and talk all day, but yet, you know, the reality is when we go over there and put them in the simulator, and we that tells a story about, you know, their history, you know, of where they're coming from and their background with their game. If they're beginners, you know, if they're intermediate players trying to take it to the next level, or if they're near professional, you know, professional level. And so there's a lot of new shafts and a lot of things that people are trying to fine tune. It's kind of like, you know, musicians, you know, that are, you know, guitar players are trying to find a certain tone, okay? Well, certain golfers are trying to find a certain feel. And feel can be related back to sound, it can be related back to how the weight is distributed from the grip end of the golf club to the end of the golf club. Okay, let's use that. You know, you can play it throughout your life. We have a lot of you know, players that come from a lot of different backgrounds, and so many of them I deal with are good athletes. They're baseball players and football players, but they can't do that all their life. And so, but they have that competitive edge and they want to play. And you know, I heard something the other day that I thought was good. A gambler's money never finds its home. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of guys that like to play with a little bit on the line. I've seen so many generations of young players grow up, and some are playing competitively to this day, and some are just recreational players, and some of them are successful business people that have taken a different road, but I still know them by their name, and I still remember them when they were little and when I first made their golf clubs. And then it's just like your kids, you're not around them, you see them grow up. It's amazing. I have a commitment to my customer. I don't want to lose that edge, and I find that, you know, I still think the future's bright, and I look forward every day I come here, you know, and it's more of a challenge right now. And when I have that little bit of pressure, you know, people thinking that I'm going to fall over, you know, and drop over dead, you know, tomorrow, that it, you know, I want to prove them wrong.